we've got crowdfunders, and it's very beautiful ones. Um, the This Young Generation booklet or brochure, whatever you want to call it, is super popular with so many people because very in very compact, beautiful form, big pictures, animated with an app and QR codes and brief text linking to more online. It's a wonderful, powerful introduction to youth leadership, and there is no such thing in the world. So this is a very beautiful condensed um, entry door to everything we have in youth leader and the phenomenon in general. And now to best feed and serve public libraries and schools, I want to create two more. One, Daughters of the Sun. They'll be girl and women change makers, lots of them. And after reading that, people's worldview on girls and women power will have changed. You know, anybody is still doubting that girls or women can't rock like boys and men do has no argument after that. And in fact, 70 to 80% of the teenage change makers featured in Youth Leader are girls. So, boys, you as sons of the earth, and that is the second booklet, are to rise in power and find again your power as guardian and protector of the living. So these two booklets, Daughters of the Sun and then Boys of the Earth, both playing with a conventional paradise that women are more earth and boys more heaven and sun. We are both a mixture of both. Okay, so and these just play with the other, usually neglected part of our inner alchemy. And I think the titles are very, very beautiful, and it's going to be very powerful booklets. They will link more also to interviews. They will have space for many more change makers than This Young Generation booklet, and go deeper. And it's going to be very exciting. And then for the real big thing, we got the books, and they are also for crowdfunding. The Youth Leader book, The Power of Youth Leadership, will feature young change makers, big and deep with a fat 10-page interviews, and they don't get boring. They are so exciting. They get so deep behind the scenes with anecdotes and knowledge that so far nobody knows of. Because the normal articles and interviews that people make with these teenage heroes are very flat and narrow. They serve a quick read audience, and the journalists, they don't even know what questions to ask because they are no expert change makers. They don't know how to unearth the gems, the love, the pain, the passion, the vision, and these cutting edge and limit experiences that these change makers go through, and that makes these interviews so powerful. It's really like walking with them, and by the end of the interview, that's why I call them interviews for change, you really feel like I'm ready to implement this solution myself now. And that is something very powerful. So the book, the first one will be on the power of youth leadership. The second one will be youth leadership at school. This one looks more into the concrete projects. It's also a book, highly illustrated with QR codes, bringing everything to life, an app linking to the online profiles, online campaigns, action kits, and more. But it's also like a handbook. It looks at how to evolve a story in a project and the tools of youth leader, but always connected with heroes operating in a school context. So it's really, really cool. And so it had to be a second book because it becomes so many pages. Each will have 300 pages, you know. And then the third one is the grand change makers. I cannot leave out the adult superstar change makers. They are just so awesome, and their solutions are so precious and important, and there's no book about them yet at all. It's ridiculous what you find on the planet. And And again, this one will be for instant application and will be connected to multimedia and take action contents and their campaigns. And it will all be fantastic resources. So these things need to be written and published. And I need to be able to sit down in peace. And I have all the content available over the years. I have all their stories in my mind. I got all the photos, the pictures I can connect for updated interviews. But I have all the essence. And I invite you to have a look at bits and pieces and modules of these publications that I will share in the crowdfunding resources, and I ask you to please quickly contribute. It's basically just to make sure that I have a place to stay, have a living, per month, and then some money to print review copies to send to the heroes, which is super important, so and to an editor, because my English is pretty good, but it's not the native speaker level, and not all native speakers are good for writing a novel or a documentary, right? So we need a good editor, and to have one very excellent lady. And yeah, then the first books to send out, so it's going to be self-published. It's going to go through youth leader channels and through all the featured heroes, so that's a big distribution channel, um, which is going to guarantee success. And there's going to be a lot of sales, and there will be the financial engine for everything we do with youth leader, and that is fantastic. But we got to get this started, so I need your help. So please help me to get free for 1, 2, 3 months to produce these fabulous resources. Thank you very much. This is the greatest adventure ever, and you're gonna get beautiful perks in return. Everything from books to t-shirts to Skype meetings with me, other youth leader staff, and with featured heroes and magicians. The magicians are the grand adult change makers. So be part of making it real. Thank you.